What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, NASCAR released the rest of the regular season schedule and the first playoff race for the Truck Series. Including the schedule are multiple doubleheaders that will take place, and we will be going to a new road course as it will replace Watkins Glen for this year. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So to start off, I got the schedule up on the screen for you guys. The first thing is we're going to talk about the Michigan weekend, which we will see a Cup doubleheader. So at Michigan on August 7th, the Truck Series will take the green flag at 6 p.m. Eastern on FS1, followed by the Cup race at 4 p.m. Eastern the next day on Saturday at NBCSN, followed by the next day, the ARCA Series on August 9th at 1 p.m. Eastern on MAV TV, followed by the Cup Series at 4:30 p.m. Eastern on NBCSN. While that's going on, Road America will take place on August 8th that same day at 12 p.m. Eastern on NBCSN. So some of you better get up early in the morning to watch that race. Following that, we're actually going to go to a new road course. The Daytona road course will be replacing Watkins Glen this year, and we'll talk a little bit more about my thoughts on that. But on August 14th for the ARCA Series, we will have it at 5 p.m. Eastern on MAV TV. Then on Saturday, August 15th, the Xfinity Series will take place at 3 p.m. Eastern on NBCSN. Then we'll have a Truck and Cup Series doubleheader on Sunday, August 16th, with the Truck Series taking the green flag at 12 p.m. Eastern on FS1, followed by the Cup Series taking the green flag at 3 p.m. on NBC. Then we have a doubleheader for the Cup Series at Dover and a doubleheader for the Xfinity Series at Dover. So on August 21st, the ARCA and Truck Series will take the green flag. The ARCA Series taking place at 2 p.m. Eastern on Track Pass, which you have to have the Track Pass app for that. And August 21st, the Truck Series will take place at 5 p.m. Eastern on FS1. Then on Saturday, August 22nd, you'll have the Xfinity Series take the green flag on NBCSN at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, followed by the Cup Series race at 4 p.m. Eastern on NBCSN. Then on August 23rd, the NASCAR Xfinity Series will take green at 1 p.m. Eastern at Dover on NBCSN. Then the Cup Series, 3 hours later at 4 p.m. Eastern, will take the green flag on NBCSN. Finally, the Daytona weekend. We have Daytona and Worldwide Technology Raceway on the same weekend. For the Xfinity Series, it'll be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on NBCSN, followed by the cutoff race, the final race before the playoffs begin for the Cup Series at 7:30 p.m. on NBC. Meanwhile, the Worldwide Technology Raceway will be racing at the ARCA Series at 6 p.m. Eastern on MAV TV, followed by the Truck Series on August 30th at 12 p.m. Eastern on Fox Sports 1. Unfortunately, this year, there will not be a Watkins Glen weekend for the Xfinity Series, the Cup Series, and also the Truck Series will not be racing this year at Eldora Canadian Tire, and the Xfinity Series will not be having their standalone events at Mid-Ohio or Michigan, which in my opinion, that really sucks because those races I kind of look forward to. That Mid-Ohio race I was really looking forward to this year for the Xfinity Series. And Eldora has kind of lost its edge, to be quite honest with you, but I still look forward to Eldora every year. And Canadian Tire is one of my favorite Truck Series races, and we're not going to be able to see what happens off of turn 10. But I'm really excited, but it really sucks, but I'm excited to see where we go. But the fact that we're going to Daytona Road Course, let's talk about that first. The fact that we're going to have the Daytona Road Course, all four of the major series in NASCAR, going to be racing all in that same weekend at Daytona Road Course, that's one of the most exciting. In fact, I'm more excited about that than anything else on the schedule because we're going somewhere where most of these drivers have never driven on it. Now, Kyle Busch has driven on it. Well, some of these guys actually have driven on Daytona Road Course for like the Rolex race, but the Rolex cars, the GT cars are way different than the NASCAR Cup cars. I think there's probably going to be a lot of wrecks. The races are definitely going to be exciting. I'm really excited because this could really shake up the playoff grid as well for the Cup Series, Xfinity Series, and the Truck Series, depending on how the race goes. There's probably going to be quite a few wrecks. There's probably going to be a lot of beating and banging, a lot of guys going off the track, because a lot of these guys don't have a lot of experience. Now, I guarantee you NASCAR is going to have a practice session at least for this race so these guys can get used to the track. We saw what happened in the Indianapolis Road Course, so for the Xfinity Series, we saw how many cars went off the track. Really, during the race, there weren't, though, that many cars going off the track. We saw a lot of guys keeping it straight. We sometimes had guys like Preston Pardus and Brandon Jones going off the track during the Xfinity Series race. But I do expect there to be a lot of guys during the practice going to have trouble. Probably some guys crashing their cars. probably having to go to backup. So I guarantee NASCAR will probably at least grant them some backup cars. I'm not sure which races as well are going to have fans as well. But like I said, the Daytona Road Course, they're talking about, for the Daytona Road Course, they're talking about letting fans into the stands at like social distancing practices. I'm not sure if they're going to grant that because of the recent resurgence of COVID-19, but I do expect possibly there to be some sort of capacity for that race. Also, I found this out as well. The Gateway race is going to have fans as well for the Truck Series and the ARCA Series. They will have all the health concerns. They will have the mask will be required. Social distancing will be a thing. They're actually going to be opening up Turn 1 grandstands for that race so that fans can spread out and keep 6 feet between each other for social distancing reasons. Overall, I'm a pretty good fan of the schedule. The only issue I personally have with the schedule is that Sunday for that Dover race on August 23rd. My problem is that the Indianapolis 500 is going to be going on at the same time. No one's really talking about this well, but the Indianapolis 500 is going to be going on at the same time as the Cup Series race. So I do expect for the Cup race that will get a lot less ratings. I'm really hesitant if I'm going to be watching the Indy 500 or if I'm going to be watching the Dover race. I honestly probably am going to watch Indy 500 over the Dover race. So probably going to be a later review for that when that comes out. Probably a late night review, unfortunately, because I'm going to probably be watching Indy 500, which I'm really excited about that. I'm probably going to end up missing Xfinity Series and the Cup Series races so I can watch the Indy 500. That's really one of my only big issues with the schedule. I understand why it makes sense because Dover was originally kind of slated in that position. And this is where most of the schedule was going to be. Like I said, for Daytona Road Course, that is replacing Watkins Glen this year. That race I'm excited for. Overall, though, other than that, I'm really excited about the schedule. The Truck Series, I believe, kicks off their playoffs as well on August 30th. And, of course, Daytona being the cutoff race. I do expect there to be at least possibly fans in the race. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure which of these races will allow fans. We got confirmation today, though, that Kansas isn't going to have fans. I'm not sure what other races will get fans. I do expect that coming very, very soon. Of course, when that does happen, though, there will be social distancing guidelines, and you'll have to follow those guidelines. So that makes me really excited. And, man, it sucks for some of those racetracks, so like Mid-Ohio and Canadian Tire, because those races are usually do put on some really, really awesome racing, especially road course racing. So probably going to, and here's the thing about that Daytona Road Course, and we'll kind of go back to that as well. You're probably going to see for the ARCA race, don't be surprised if you see some of the regulars from the Cup Series, the Xfinity Series, and the Truck Series. Do not be surprised if you see them go and run that ARCA race to try to possibly get some experience on that track so they can be ready for their races during the weekend, because they're going to have to use their experience. They'll probably get some experience, and it'll probably run well. Another thing I want to talk about is the start times. Other than the doubleheaders, I think the doubleheader start times, you have really no choice there to start those races then. I mean, you could possibly run the Xfinity Series race at that Dover weekend, maybe move it up an hour and start the Cup race at 3 p.m. Eastern. That is a little late. The start times are, once again, going to possibly be an issue for the race. I think any racetrack overall that Michigan race especially, but you have ARCA before, so kind of makes sense. I mean, the Cup race at 4 p.m. NBCSN, the reason that's or is that Road America race, so we can watch that. So, yeah, Cup's race starting a little bit late, and Michigan doesn't have lights. Overall, I think the races do need to... I like this in general. I'm really excited about this. Unfortunately, for those of you who are ARCA racing fans, which the ARCA series overall in general has not been that great this year, it's either going to probably be Michael Self or Haley Deegan going out to win the championship. But really, other than that ARCA race, you're going to have to choose between the ARCA and the Cup series. I'm a big fan of Gateway, but I'm going to probably watch the Daytona race. I mean, who isn't going to watch Daytona? Some of you might not, but who really knows? But overall, I do like the schedule, and I'm really excited to see where we go from here. And they did not put the playoff dates. I'm not sure what's going to be announced for the playoff races. So, yeah, that's going to be it for the 2020 August schedule that was released up into the playoffs. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video. Please like and subscribe to the channel, notifications, so you can be notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Links in the description below for that. And comment below your thoughts on today's video. What did you think of the schedule that was released today? Let me know in the comments below. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.